welcome to today's video. So as promised, I did tell you guys that I was going to upload a video on the Ordinary Mandelic Acid 10% plus hyaluronic acid. So that is what today's video is going to be all about. I'm going to give you a complete review, tell you what this acid can do for your skin, who it's best suited for, and why I started to incorporate this into my skincare routine. But before we get right into today's video, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, by doing so, you will always be notified whenever I upload a new video, and I do upload videos every single week. So I'm specifically talking about the Ordinary Mandelic Acid. But of course, if you are not into the Ordinary brand, then you can find Mandelic Acid with other skincare brands as well. They may offer a higher percentage, they also may offer a lower percent, and of course the formulation could be different as well. Now with the Ordinary, they do offer a 10% strength, and they also offer hyaluronic acid in this formula as well, which is going to keep your skin moisturized, and it's also going to keep your skin looking plump as well. So mandelic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, which is the same category as glycolic acid, lactic acid, and there are many other acids underneath the alpha hydroxy acid umbrella. Now when it comes to mandelic acid, this is a gentle form of exfoliation. This is more gentle than glycolic acid. This is also more gentle than lactic acid. This is best suited for people who have sensitive skin, who have very dry skin. And if you are somebody like me who is using a tretinoin and you're experiencing a lot of dryness and irritation while using that product, then this will be an acid that you will want to incorporate in your skincare routine. The molecule size of this acid is larger, which means this is going to take longer to penetrate into your skin before it starts to do the exfoliation process. So the molecule size of this is larger than lactic acid, than glycolic acid. Even if we want to talk about the salicylic acid right now, which is a beta hydroxy acid, the molecule size of this is larger than those types of acids. So that's why this is great for people who have sensitive skin. Even if you're somebody with rosacea skin, this will be an excellent acid to incorporate in your skincare routine because it's just so gentle. But if you are somebody that has normal skin, you have oily skin, and you don't have any problems with sensitivity or dryness, then this acid may be too weak for you. You may not want to resort to this acid because you may not see much of a difference with your skin. But I like how there's acids like this for people who do have sensitive skin. And before using tretinoin, I never had sensitive skin. But unfortunately, when you are using anti-aging products like tretinoin or Differin or any type of over-the-counter retinol or retinoid, these products can definitely make your skin sensitive and dry. And majority of people experience that. But of course, there are some people that don't. But if you are someone like me, then having mandelic acid in your skincare routine will be really important. Now, if I was somebody that wasn't using tretinoin or any type of retinol or retinoid, and I didn't have sensitive skin at all, then I wouldn't even pick this up because this really wouldn't give me the results that I'm looking for, and I would want something a little bit stronger that would work a lot quicker. But at least having this in your skincare routine for the days that you do experience a lot of irritation and dryness, then I think this is really important to have because it's really important to still have a chemical exfoliant of some kind in your skincare routine. These types of exfoliants are better than physical exfoliants like scrubs. Those types of exfoliants will make your skin even more irritated, and they will make your skin really red, and they can do a lot of damage to your skin. So if you are somebody that is very leery on chemical exfoliants and you really don't know where to start, then I would say pick up the mandelic acid. You can still expect mandelic acid to treat hyperpigmentation. If you have dull looking skin, this will make your skin a lot brighter, and if you have any texture, this will help with that as well. But because this is a weaker form of exfoliation and the molecule size is larger, this is definitely going to take longer to work. You may need to use this for a few weeks before you really start to see a difference in your skin. If you were to use a glycolic acid or a lactic acid, something that is definitely stronger, you're going to see quicker results, and you may see these results within a few uses. But with mandelic acid, it's going to take longer. And that's okay, because if you do have sensitive skin, I think the wait is worth it in my opinion, because you don't want anything that's going to be harsh on the skin that's going to make your skin worse. And I'm okay with the wait. Skincare is definitely a journey where you need to have a lot of patience and a lot of dedication. And if you are a skincare lover like myself, then we can definitely be patient and wait for those amazing results to come in the near future. But mandelic acid also has antibacterial properties as well. So if you are somebody that tends to get cystic acne and you do get the occasional breakouts here and there, then this has antibacterial properties that will help to treat the acne that's on the skin. Now recently I've been experiencing a lot of hormonal breakouts. It's been really annoying and really frustrating to go through, and I'm getting it down my neck and I am getting it along the jawline, and some weeks are worse than others. It's just something that we all tend to go through from time to time, but I do find that mandelic acid really helps with that, and I find that it really helps to calm down the inflammation that I had with my breakouts. So this is another product that would be great for that as well. But of course, if you are somebody with a lot of breakouts and blackheads and your pores are really enlarged, then salicylic acid is the best acid for that, or even azelaic acid. This really won't help with chronic breakouts like the other acids will, but this is definitely one that if you have the occasional breakout, then this will definitely help to calm those areas. You do want to use mandelic acid in the evening, no different than any other type of acid. Now mandelic acid is definitely one that you could incorporate a few more times a week because it's so mild and gentle. But like I say in a lot of my videos, if you are new to an acid, it's best to start off with 1 or 2 days a week, leaving several days in between each use, and do this for a few weeks just to see how your skin does, and then gradually up your usage from there based on how your skin tolerates to the acid. Now when it comes to mandelic acid, you don't want to be using this in combination with other types of acids as well as retinols and retinoids, because these pairings can be very harsh on the skin, which could cause more dryness and irritation. The Ordinary also says not to use the mandelic acid with peptides, as well as the EUK 134 0.1%, as these will cancel each other out and they'll be less effective on the skin. So I will show you what this looks like on the back of my hand. It's very watery and it's so hydrating, to be honest with you. It's very, very hydrating. And this spreads across the skin really nicely also. You do have to work quickly with this because it does absorb into your skin pretty quickly. So I would suggest putting 3 to 4 drops on your face. At least that's what I do. And then once that is all massaged in, then put maybe 2 or 3 drops on your neck. Now, I can put this on my neck. I never experienced dryness or irritation. I haven't yet, I should say. And I haven't broken out from this either. And it really is a lovely acid. It's so gentle. It's very hydrating. It does have a oily feel to it. It is oil free, but it does have that feeling also. So that's what makes this very hydrating and moisturizing on the skin. So this acid has been absolutely wonderful. I've really been enjoying this, and I do like to alternate my uses with mandelic acid and lactic acid. It really just depends on how my skin is feeling at the time. If it's feeling really sensitized and irritated and I'm experiencing a lot of tingling and burning to my skin, then I will incorporate mandelic acid. But if my skin is feeling pretty good, then I will go in with the lactic acid. So you really do need to listen to your skin and apply products to your skin based on what it's feeling like, just to prevent further irritation and dryness, of course. So this is suited for all skin types. Anybody could use this, and this is also gentle enough on darker skin tones as well. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's video and the review on the mandelic acid. Again, this is another product that I wished I would have picked up a lot sooner, especially starting my tretinoin journey. I think this would have been a great product back then, but better late than never, and I'm glad that I have it now because now I'm experiencing a lot of irritation and dryness. So thank you so much for watching. I honestly really do appreciate it, and of course I will see you all in my next video. So take care, and I will see you guys then. Bye guys.